Did you know that an individual shark goes through tens of thousands of teeth in its lifetime? That's because they're constantly growing new ones to replace the old in a process called polyphyodonty. If you add to that the equally staggering figure that sharks have been around for hundreds of millions of years, it stands to reason that shark teeth are among the most common fossils on Earth. Humans have been finding these fossils forever, but until relatively recently, most of us had no idea what they were. So imagine it's 79 CE and you've never seen a shark before. What is this object? Well, in around that year, the Roman naturalist and historian Pliny the Elder mentioned them in the last book of his natural history. He wrote that he'd been told these stones fell from the sky during the waning of the moon, but he doubted this claim because he'd also been told, I assume by the same source, that they could calm the winds, and they definitely didn't work to calm the winds, so he reasoned they probably didn't actually fall from the sky either. And that must have been all the information he could gather on the subject, because that's where he left it. Now, people who knew what sharks looked like had definitely encountered fossil shark teeth before this. Like I mentioned, shark teeth are an incredibly common fossil, and for example, the Indonesians who drilled these holes in these modern shark teeth 7,000 years ago would definitely have recognized this shape, although they probably would have been just as confused as the Europeans about why they appeared to be made of stone. For the Europeans, a breakthrough wouldn't come until 1669, when a Danish scientist named Nicolaus Steno dropped this absolute banger of a treatise with the incredibly catchy title, Preliminary Discourse on a Solid Body Naturally Contained Within a Solid, in which he said, "So I looked at a shark, and these are totally shark teeth. Why are they stone, you ask? Well, I think sometimes when a living thing dies and gets smooshed under sediment, the minerals in the sediment gradually replace the organic matter, and eventually you get a rock in the shape of a little guy." And hats off to Nicolaus, because not only was that entirely correct, it finally got the ball rolling towards modern paleontology, and now I get to tell stories about fossils for a living. Follow for more.